Well, hello. Welcome to another edition of Faces of California Fitness. My name is Razi Hasni. I'm a board member on the California Fitness Alliance. I'm here with Francesca Schuler from InShape Fitness, who's also a board member on the California Fitness Alliance. And today we're going to be with Keady, who owns a few franchises of Orange Theory Fitness in the Bay Area and Northern California here. We thought it'd be fun to kind of introduce what the faces behind the California Fitness Alliance, and we're all working together, and that there's real stories behind the effort that we're trying to put forth to represent you and make sure that we lead the nation in representing fitness in the state of California. So welcome, Pete. Welcome to the interview, and welcome to the California Fitness Alliance. You've been a member for, I think, since last year, since we started.
Yep.
Yeah, so cool. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So you own Orange Theory Fitness.
Yep. I have been in the fitness industry for 21 years.
Wow.
Started off as a membership salesperson, personal trainer, general manager, regional general manager. I've worked for mom and pops. I started teaching cycling 21 years ago, and I still do that to this day. I own and operate 4 Orange Theory Fitnesses. And early on in my life, I worked with a gentleman named Gary Rikus, who just recently passed away. And Gary was a champion of helping all different kinds of people get into fitness and health. And I love trying to help people figure out what fitness is for them and to help them get started on their fitness journey. In my years, I run into clients that used to be my clients, groups, personal training, whatever. No one's ever said, you know what, being healthy and fit sucks.
That's true, right?
They always say the opposite of that. And so that ability to try to help people feel better and live longer lives and more productive lives, I think there's a real connection between the mind, body, and spirit. And I think that's something that's just my calling.
What is the most common misconception that you see in the fitness industry?
For Orange Theory, a lot of people think it's all about just going 110%, which is further from the truth. That's not what we want to do. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your mind. It's asking too much. Concern I think that most people have is there an all or nothing concept. And there's a huge amount that can happen in the middle of the road of being consistent, of investing in your mind, body, and spirit. There's a balancing point. And I think finding that balancing point is what most people don't do. And they don't really spend enough time on the journey. Give it 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm 56 years old. I'm still learning things. And I've been a competitive athlete. I was in the military. I've done a lot of different sports at a competitive level. I still learn all the time. I'm still a rookie. I'm still learning.
It's feeling good afterwards. That's the primary motivation. What motivates you to work out?
It's to feel good. For me, the main concentration is to feel good, to get through my work week, to sleep well, to be able to do the activities I want to do. I started jiu-jitsu this year for the 3rd time, trying to attempt that sport. Get my tushy kicked all the time. It's amazing. Hardest sport I've ever done in my life.
It's amazing that you started a new sport later on in life. You're always learning. That's fantastic.
That's fun. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's humbling. Look, it's not to say you have to be an Olympic athlete. It's not to say you have to be a size 0, a size extra large. I don't believe in any of those ideologies. But it's to feel better and move. Look, there's 168 hours in the week. Put 3 to 5 of those into fitness, you get a huge return on it.
What have you found are the sort of traits that make people successful coaches?
I think you've got to have people skills. One of the edicts that we always work on here is we're here to help people. Doesn't mean we're always going to give you what you want. We're not Nordstrom's, so we are going to say no. We do have policies and procedures for doing things, but we're going to try to help you. And so you know that hour, when you come in, you don't have to worry about a thing. You come in for that hour, we take over, you can just relax and follow the directions and have a great workout and leave. And it's complete, it's well thought out, done. If you need an adjustment, we can make that adjustment for you, the coach can. I think finding people that care and people that want to help people and people that are humble and willing to learn. Because I've been doing this for 21 years and honestly, I know it's a cliche, I know everybody says I'm still learning.
Your experience as far as like during the shutdown and during the lockdown, what happened behind the scenes that kept Orange Theory Fitness going while there was basically zero revenue coming in?
Generally speaking, we were all going through that as newbies and nobody knew what they were doing. The government didn't know, no one knew. In my eyes, there was a very reactive shift to everything and not being proactive. And I try to be more proactive than reactive as a human being. Do we keep all of our employees? Do we terminate our employees? When we terminate our employees, how do we do that? What's the correct way to do that? What's the correct way to set them up? I have a responsibility to my employees because without my employees, my business doesn't run. I can't be in 4 studios at once. So in my pea brain, I had never thought about shutting the business down. So now I've got to take down all these streams of expenses and costs and shut everything down. Even though I'm at 0 revenue, I'm burning a lot of money every single month being in neutral. And look, there's a lot of phone calls you would have with people. They're supporting you, and then sometimes you're having other phone calls with other people where you're supporting them. And then you're kind of the mindset of, oh, I got something from somebody, I need to go help 2 other people and in the process of helping them, maybe you're helping yourself too. And that's a positive also. And look, there was a lot of ups and there was a lot of downs, and it wasn't clean and it wasn't fun, and part of me would like to erase it.
With you on that.
And I don't know where I'll be in 6 or 12 months now.
What do you want the industry to be in the state of California?
There's 1,000 good operators and systems out there. More of them should be being utilized by people. If you try one workout and it doesn't work for you, try something else. Oh, you don't like that one? Try something else. Keep trying something until you find something that you like and you're getting results and you're feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually challenged. It doesn't mean you have to be madly in love with it, but you have to get some results on it. I am kind of crazy that if I was the president, I would make it mandatory that everybody had to work out 5 hours a week.
I love that.
That's a fact.
That is it. I don't disagree.
That just makes people happier. It just makes it's not about being perfect, but I do believe in striving to challenge yourself.
What are some of the tips you have or things that have worked for you to motivate others?
I still don't know who really came up with it, but it was a simple statement of small victories lead to big victories. And I actually have a license plate abbreviated that says SML victories. And so I'm a big believer in small victories lead to big victories. And yet how many people, by the time they're 20, they've given up on working out and exercising. They really don't know they haven't really spent time really doing it. Your body's your vessel you're gonna have until the day you die. You can buy a new car, you can get a new purse, you can get new glasses, you can get new whatever, who cares? Your body, your vessel does matter. Everything can't be a home run every day, right? Like if you look at baseball, if you're a 200, 250 hitter, you're really, really solid. If you're a 300, that's crazy. Well, that means you're failing 7 times out of 10. 3 times you're being successful. So why do we expect that every single workout has to be some crazy, radical New Year's Eve party? It's not. Can you just go have a good workout and it doesn't have to be max anything, and then you're okay.
What are some of the benefits you find being part of a franchise organization?
If you get in the right franchise, you're buying a really good recipe, and then it's all up to you as an individual operator to execute on that recipe. I think the fitness industry is a great industry. It is a tough industry because it's not that well respected. Orange Theory does a dry try twice a year. To watch people that are scared and they are intimidated by it, and then afterwards, the camaraderie that comes out and the support that comes out of it, and that people learn they can do this. We don't get paid for that. It's extra, but it's phenomenal. And that's one of those things about helping people. It doesn't matter. Like, and you'll see people that are not scripted jump in and they'll help Rosie on the treadmill, and they'll just go around this person and support them. They don't know them, and they will support them.
What are some of the things that you take from what you do, and you're obviously passionate about your day job, that have helped you as a dad of 3 girls?
My wife and I are both athletes. When we started dating in college, sports was big for us, and when I say sports, I don't mean watching sports, I mean doing sports. So I'm not an ESPN guy. I do sports, I don't watch sports. I think for my daughters, I don't know. That's a good question. We don't own a scale in our house. All 3 of my daughters are excellent bakers, which is not good for me.
Or kind of good.
Okay,
It's good, bad, right? It comes back to I don't believe in being a 0 or extra large. I don't believe that's what health and fitness is. So I think there is a balance. Yes, there's some gain here and there, but we're pretty consistent long term, and we're pretty focused kind of long term that we want to be old and healthy together and be active, and I want to be an involved grandparent. If I get son-in-laws one day, I hope to drive them in the ground. You know what I mean? With whatever activity it is, like in a fun-loving way. But I mean in a fun-loving way. Like in a fun-loving way.
So speaking of future son-in-laws, what workout would you pick to push them through?
The problem with answering that question is I would have to size each one of them up, and then I would have to see which one I liked and who I wanted to win, and then I would go according to that. We're gonna do jiu-jitsu. We're gonna wrestle and do some jiu-jitsu, my style. Come on into the house. My wife and I are very family oriented. We love our kids. Our kids are great. Despite my parenting, I always say this, my kids are really good kids, and they're good human beings. And I think that's like as we were talking earlier, COVID was a really brutal year for us, for my wife and I, from a business perspective and personally, and there was some hard decisions we had to make, some things we had to do, and we had to cut back on stuff, which was fine. Our kids were the highlight. Our kids, they all 3 stood up in their own right as little human beings. It was tough on them, but they went forward too. And so I think that capacity of the human being to really step up, we all have it. How much time are you gonna waste? Because the clock never stops ticking, so you better be aware of it.
Well, there's a series of rapid fire questions that we ask. So a speed round. If you had a favorite superpower, what would your superpower be and why?
If I could have a superpower, I'd want to be really good at jiu-jitsu right now. Because right now I'm getting my tushy kicked and I got 10 years, I still won't be good in 10 years, but if I could just be instantaneously good, that would be awesome.
What's your favorite workout?
I do jiu-jitsu, I hike, I run, I bike, I do anything. So there's no favorite.
How about favorite music when you work out?
I definitely am a rock person. Grew up on AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, and Rolling Stones, so.
Last question. If you were to drive cross country for 4 days with someone, who would you like to drive cross country with?
My mother, or it would be my father-in-law that I never met.
Well, Pete, thanks so much. It's been great to meet you. And I definitely want to be there when you're auditioning your son-in-law.
Please, yes.
I had to go
the one that you don't like. The one that you don't
girls.
like. Show me what you do.
I know, Rosie, you probably can speak to this better than me, but the support, I'm sure you've given a lot. And I know you've taken from others, but I know you've given a lot of support in the community around here during COVID as a business leader, and we all needed it. So really grateful for that. So thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Here's to making it through the next 10 years.
That's exactly right. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It was great.
Thank you,
That
Pete.
was great, Pete.
All
That was
right.
awesome.